Hi, I'm Dave Cowens, and I play center for the Boston Celtics. If you'd like to know the secret of my success, I'll tell you in 2 words: hard work. I've been practicing basketball fundamentals since I was 9 years old, and I guess my advice to anyone interested in basketball would be not to stress winning, but instead to stress improving as a basketball player. Do that, and gradually winning will take care of itself. Okay, let's concentrate on some of the fundamentals of playing defense. Turn to page 14 in your book and follow along with me as I read the instructions. Proper position against the shooter. In picture number 1, Tom Burleson is facing the basket and is in a shooting position. I can't assume Tom will take the shot, so I take a good defensive stance between Tom and the basket. My feet are placed slightly wider apart than my shoulders, with weight equally distributed on both feet. My knees are bent, ready to move. My back is straight. My rear end, our center of gravity, is down. My head is up and slightly in front of my feet. My stance is comfortable. One hand is down, the other hand is slightly above my shoulder. In this position, I can quickly move left or right, or I can jump up to defend against the shot. When the player I'm guarding is within shooting distance of the bucket, my feet never come together or cross, and I keep one foot on the ground at all times. From this position, I can literally shuffle left or right as necessary. Defending against the shot. In picture number 2, you see me applying defensive pressure while Tom takes a shot. I have gone straight up and challenged the shot without fouling. Always force your opponent to shoot over your extended hand and arm. Never leave your feet to defend against a shot until the offensive man has left his feet. Establishing rebound position. In picture number 3, I've come straight down between Tom and the basket, have pivoted and maintained a strong rebounding position. I thus have achieved 3 basic defensive goals. I contested the shot. By going straight up, I did not commit a foul. I ended the move in a good position to get the rebound. Now, let's go back and study these photos while I stress a couple of points. Look at picture number 1. I'm about an arm's distance from Tom, and that's normally good position. But if the man you're guarding is quicker than you are, back off another half step. Also make sure that once your opponent assumes a shooting position, your hand goes up, creating an obstacle between the shooter and the basket. And remember, too, to stay on the balls of your feet so that you can react and move quickly. Notice that in picture number 3, I haven't stopped after the shot was taken. I've assumed it will miss and am ready to react for the rebound. Now, let's read the section on shot blocking together. In picture number 2, you saw Tom Burleson shoot over me, and I did not block his shot. Shot blocking is an important phase of defense, but one which is over-glamorized. There are relatively few players who can consistently block shots and obtain possession of the ball by doing so. At best, most players can only hope to keep the ball from going in the hoop once the shooter releases it. It is necessary to develop your timing to block shots properly. 5 things can happen when you try to block a shot. Note that only 2 of them are good, numbers 4 and 5. 1. You don't block the shot and you foul the shooter. If your timing is perfect, you block the shot and your team gets possession of the ball. So don't be overly concerned with blocking shots and taking the obvious chance. Just concentrate on playing tough defense. Jump straight up in the air with your arm fully extended, as I have done in picture number 2. Force the shooter to shoot over you, thereby making his shot a bit more difficult. The most important thing to remember is not to leave your feet until the shooter leaves his feet. Now look at the picture while I explain further what can happen when you try to block a shot. 1. When you miss the block and foul the shooter. You pick up a personal foul, your team picks up a team foul, and the shooter gets 2 free throws. 2. When you foul the shooter and he makes the basket. The shooter gets an opportunity 3-point play. And again, when you block the shot and goaltending is called. The shooter gets 2 points, and you'll never know if the shot would have missed. 4. When you block the shot out of bounds. The other successfully prevented the shot. 5. When you block the shot perfectly, your team gets possession of the ball. The point I'm making here is that of all the possible things that can happen, only 2 are good for you and your team. Over, and we'll continue our discussion.